Hello everyone. In my previous videos, I told you about the formation of the United Nations and the structure of the United Nations. In this video, I will tell you about the special agencies of the United Nations. There were a lot of discussions by scholars and politicians after the Second World War. These discussions attempted to find the roots of the conflicts that later led to wars. It was found that poverty, ignorance, and injustice were the prime causes that led to serious international issues. To tackle these issues, the UN came up with a number of funds and specialized agencies. These funds and programs come directly under the General Assembly. Let's start with the World Health Organization, WHO, Better Health for Everyone, Everywhere. This is what the World Health Organization strives to achieve. WHO concerned with international public health. It was established on April 7, 1948 and works in collaboration with the member states. Headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland, WHO has 150 offices across the world. The World Health Organization works to eliminate communicable diseases like tuberculosis, Ebola, and AIDS, and non-communicable diseases like cancer and heart diseases. It is also concerned with nutrition, food security, and drug abuse. WHO also develops reports, conducts awareness programs, organizes international conferences related to public health. The organization also assists governments to strengthen their public health services. The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. The United Nations Children's Fund is successfully providing humanitarian and developmental aid to children around the world since 1946. When it began, it was known as the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. The program started off as an effort to provide immediate relief from hunger to the children and mothers who belonged to the countries that were devastated by the Second World War. The program later expanded to provide them healthcare and long-term needs of women and children in the developing countries. The funding for the UNICEF comes from governments and private donations. The UNICEF relies on community-level services to promote the health and well-being of children, with special focus on field work. UNICEF received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1965 in recognition of efforts. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO has 5 major programs: education, natural sciences, social sciences, culture and communication or information. The organization conducts a lot of events that concerns literacy, technical and teacher training programs, international science programs, and regional and cultural history projects. It also works for the freedom of the press. The International Labour Organization (ILO). More than half of the world's population are workers. The International Labour Organization works for everything that is related to labor and conditions of labor. The ILO was established to provide better working conditions and improved living standards. It works for social justice by promoting decent work environment by setting up international standards of labor. The ILO was established in 1919 and is concerned with the freedom of trade unions, unemployment, equal wages, and abolishing forced labor and child labor. The International Labour Organization won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1969 for providing justice for workers and providing technical assistance to poor nations. The Food and Agriculture Organization (FAO). The motto of the Food and Agriculture Organization is a Latin phrase, fiat panem. This means let there be bread. Millions of people around the world go bad hungry without having even one proper meal a day. The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations works to defeat hunger. There are poor people in both rich and poor countries. So, this organization remains neutral and considers all countries, developed or developing, alike. FAO works to modernize and improve agriculture, forestry, fisheries. It also makes sure that nature is not disturbed in this process. I hope that you have understood the topic well. Thank you everyone.